So the second part of this series, just to refresh our memory, is there's a transactional generic protocol provider which is hooked up to Siebel, so that when the interview is called, it will call data from Siebel. And the submit button actually only submits the transcript file, which is a standard feature, and that JSON file is simply sent back to the source of the generic connection. And we've edited the screens and controls to include some custom properties, such as the scenario, the version number, and so on, as we discussed in the article. So that is included in the transcript. And the transcript, if I open it up, is just a JSON file which is received by the generic connector, and you can see various custom properties have been added on a screen or on a control. So now that we have this, let's take an example. I'm going to copy the link and call it with a Siebel row ID so that we use the transactional part of the generic protocol, which is irrelevant to this demo, but it's just a nice idea. And we're going to have a look at ngrok just to show that we have a publicly available URL courtesy of ngrok, which means we can connect this to an Internet Advisor hub. We'll add the relevant data. He's a CEO, so give him a whole bunch of stuff. Yep. That's the benefit earned, and we'll submit this, which should result in the transcript. And in fact, I haven't refreshed this for a while, and you can see that I've been testing this a few times. So each time one of these drops in here, it means a session has been completed. Now look at our observability dashboard with its two different scenarios, default scenario and reduced payout scenario, because I've got two different versions of the same project. And if I was to take a look at the reduced payout here, you can see that I have the details of the information. I also says I have the range exceptions. I can also compare the default scenario here by drilling down and looking at the raw data if I need to. So you can see this is the raw data from an individual session. If I want to, I can compare the two scenarios side by side and start to understand why some of these are in range and some are out of range. And you can, the notion of range is down the bottom here. I can enter a suggested range for my outputs. So it signals to me that things are not behaving as I would expect, and the rest is just pure administration. So that's our little observability platform.